Big thing that causes me stress is kind of judging myself because I'm someone who puts a lot of pressure on myself to do well. I think I put more pressure on myself than really anybody else. So sometimes I feel like I'm working really hard, but if I do like, not so great on a test, I think I'm doing all this hard work for nothing. I'm not getting results. So like, because of that, I'll kind of end up stressing myself out and I'll end up overthinking things. And like a lot of times my parents or teachers will have to tell me that I need to calm down and I'm doing great work. So a lot of the stress comes from me kind of judging myself and putting so much pressure on myself.
It's really stressful to me when I'm trying really hard in a subject and I'm not doing that well, and everyone, like the teachers or my parents, will just assume that I'm not trying. Like for example, 15 minutes ago, my math teacher from last year came up to me and I'm not doing that well in math this year, and she was saying like, you have to try harder, but really I'm just having kind of a hard time.
All the work, because I think that it's good, and I think that I'm really lucky to be able to go to a high school that's so good, and the amount of work is really going to help me in my life after. But I think that sometimes it's difficult, for me at least, because every day you're just thinking, I just have to make it through today and I can get to tomorrow. And then it's the same thing every day, and it's just like you're going and you're going and you're going. And I really want to do good, and I'm really trying to do good, but I think sometimes it's difficult when you have so much work, and then if you get sick, you have to stay home, and the whole time you're like, well, I really wish I could be there because I really want to be able to do my work because I really want to do good. So I think that's what stresses me out most, is how much work and how much pressure there is on to do all the work.
Like juggling schoolwork with my family and after school activities, and it's just like really difficult because I'll have like a whole bunch of homework, and then I'll have to like take care of my sister, and then I'll also have like classes that I have to go to after school for like drawing or like anything like dance, and that's really hard to like juggle around for me.
Like if I went to bed late the night before, I end up like falling asleep on my bed and not waking up until like a different time. Plus I take the train to school, so if I don't like catch it on time, I'll like miss it. So I have to wake up early. So sometimes I get like 2 to 3 hours of sleep at night. So
like while school is happening, life is happening. So if you have like a rough night at home or like a tough morning, like you can't get out of the house, you're late, you don't make it to class, like it would be nice if teachers could just kind of like step back and understand that life is going on as well right now.
When I get home late from 2 practices, basketball and soccer, after a full day of school, I'm already tired, and then having to do homework, which takes a lot of time and like focus, it leaves no time for self-care.